Right. I'm so happy to see you all. If this is your very first time on a live call with us, will you please type 222 in the chat? So look at Aisha said she's freezing too, and she's in San Diego. So I know I'm not being silly. All right, look at all of our twos. Lots of twos joining us here for the very first time. So my name is Amanda. I'm going to kind of kick us off here. The way this call will go is me, Gemma, and Jen will all take a little few minutes just to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about what brought us here into this crazy industry of day trading. And then after we've kind of told you a little bit about ourselves, we're going to dive into the charts. I'm going to teach you what day trading even is, how the average person can compound their money through day trading. And then hopefully if we have time after that, we will do a little Q&A. Does that sound good to everybody? Thumbs up? Yes? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So I'll just kick us off here. I am Amanda, a mom of all girls who prides myself in my lack of ability to do math. I am a college dropout and somebody who, just originally when as I was growing up, I was somebody who was like, you know what? I'm just going to be a mom. That's all I want to be. I just want to stay home with my kids and I want to have an amazing husband who can financially care for us. And that was like my dream, right? That's what I wanted to do. And as we started having children, I actually ended up having four children all back to back within like 18 to 19 months of each other. My first child was born with special needs. And so not only at that time, I was kind of required to be a stay-at-home mom. I really didn't have the option to go and, I work for a career or work for an income. So my husband was our sole income provider. And we found that I'm sure many of you guys can relate to this, that in today's society, it's really difficult to live off of one income in a household, especially if you have children. And so I couldn't go work anywhere because my special needs daughter needed 24/7 care from me, from somebody who loves her. She needed me to be there. And so I started to seek out ways that I could earn an income from home. But nothing ever gave me both things that I deeply craved, which was the time freedom to be a fully present mom or an unlimited amount of income. I ended up opening a photography and photo editing business a lot of years ago. And at that time, even though I was doing it from home, I still was trading my time for money, right? I was still having to give up being a fully present mom for producing an income. So I tried really hard to help supplement income that we really needed with our large family, and it just wasn't working. I was either working too much or working too little and not creating enough income, right, to even support our family. And so so I did a lot of different things. Type 222 in the chat if you have tried all the things that I've tried: affiliate marketing, MLMs, selling digital products, drop shipping. Oh my gosh, drop your thing that you have tried. Just put it in the chat. Whatever it is, you can say drop shipping, MLM, no, affiliate marketing, cleaning, all of it, opening your own business. I literally tried it all. And I kept feeling like I was hitting these dead ends. It was like I could never break through to the ultimate dream lifestyle that I really, really wanted, but I wasn't willing to give up, right? I was going to keep trying all the things until I got there. Thank God we have the internet because we do get to try all these things and all the stuff out there that people are selling and come join this and do that and do affiliate marketing and blah, blah, blah. And what I came to realize is that every single way out there to create an income required another person buying my thing. Every single thing, whether it was affiliate marketing, MLM, direct sell, some of you said, cleaning, selling your soul, your cleaning business, it all required somebody else making a decision on my product or my service in order for me to get paid. There was nothing out there that it was like that I could just simply do and make money until day trading came into my life. This was the moment when day trading came into my life and I realized, wow, it's literally just me in this chart. I don't need to rely on anyone else to buy my thing or buy my service. It is just me in this chart, and whatever decision I make right now in this chart will either pay me or it won't. That was power and freedom to me. And then I started to watch these people online and my mentors make hundreds and thousands of dollars in a matter of minutes. And I was like, I'm hooked. I am forever changed. I will never be able to go and trade my time for money when I've just witnessed somebody making 6 grand in a few minutes. Okay. Like it's changed. It changed everything for me. My whole vision for what I didn't understand was possible completely changed. And so that was almost 5 years ago. I've been in this space since then, day after day, hour after hour, in the charts, working hard, creating systems. And my whole entire goal over these 5 years was to develop a system that anyone, any single one of you, my daughter, my nieces, my nephews, my grandmother could come in and implement and make money without having to be any sort of special guru in the markets or have any math skills or have any special certifications. I wanted to create a system that anyone could come in, plug into, and compound their money. Because I really, truly believe that we are living in the best time of life. We get access to the internet, we get access to unlimited, uncapped potential. And so why wouldn't we take advantage of that? And so I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in these charts creating a duplicatable system that anyone could come in and simply plug and play and do the same thing every day to compound their money. So about a year and a half ago, Jim and Jen and myself were like, because we've all three have been in this space for going on 5 years now. This next year will be our 5th year. And we've all had the same vision. Let's create a system that anyone could come in and thrive with. And so that's where Forex for Women was born. And so we have us three are like this very strong, incredible triangle, these 3 pillars of just strength and inspiration and motivation here to help you create whatever lifestyle you want. I would love for you guys to write in the chat what it is that you're here for. What are you trying to, replace a job? Are you trying to retire a spouse? Do you just want to earn extra money? Do you need to retire soon? Do you need whatever that is, type it in the chat, understand why you're here. I'd like to understand why you're here. Financial freedom, you guys are saying, earn extra money, retire. Yeah, all of those things. Lots of freedom. Freedom is everything. Share with your adult children. I love that. Homeschool your children. Yes. Pay off debts. Oh my gosh, I love that. Amazing. So you're in the right place. If those are your goals, you're in the right place. And if you stay consistent and you stay plugged in and you keep that why really close to you, I have no doubts in what you can accomplish here. Okay. So I'm going to pass this information. I'm going to pass the mic over to Gemma and Jen. Again, they are the other two. We just kind of all balance each other. Gemma and Jen are here to back up what you're learning. So from me, you're going to learn the actual skill of how to place your trades, how to identify your potential trade opportunities, all of that. I'm kind of the chart educator, and Gemma and Jen are here to cover the other 90% of where your success is going to come from, which is your personal development and your mindset. Okay, so Gemma is your mindset and motivational coach. She will go on live with you every single week and just kick your booty and make you motivated and believe in yourself and break down those barriers. She is an amazing, amazing, high quality, high class mindset coach. And Jen is our incredible, sweet, loving personal development coach. She walks you through personal development books that she has handpicked and scheduled out for the entire year. Books that she has already read that have changed her life. And then you guys will meet once a week with her to talk about all of the things that are kind of rocking you on this path towards freedom. Because something that we have come to really understand is, because money is literally the ruler of our world, money is everything, and money is in every single nook and crevice of our lives. Money comes with emotions and emotional attachment and emotional pain and emotional anxiety and all of these things. And so when you are directly working with your money, like you are in this industry, it can bring up a lot of emotions and limiting beliefs and things that you didn't even realize you had. And so Jen will be your safe place to come to once a week and discuss those blocks that you're having in your heart and try to work through some of those limiting beliefs and things like that. So they're amazing. I'm so excited to pass the mic over to them. I feel like I just talked for way too long. Jen, do you want to introduce yourself first, and then we'll move on to Gemma and then hit the charts?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Amanda, we love you. You're amazing. We're so grateful for you and the inspiration that you've always had. If it wasn't for you, none of this would be here because you are the one who said, "Hey, we're going to trade." And I'm like, and Gemma and I were both like, "What the heck is that?" And you're like, "Doesn't matter. We're going to be wealthy doing it." And we're like, "Okay, let's just do it." So here we are, and you simplified the system in such a way that anybody can do it. So you can be a starter, you can be somebody who's been doing it for several years and finally find freedom through the system that Amanda spent so many hours creating. And I'm so grateful for that. So grateful for you in this journey. There are a couple questions I saw really quick. I just want to respond to somebody asked if the recording will be shared. Yes, the recording will be shared. But ask your questions live. We love to answer your questions. We want this to be interactive with you here today. So being live is a super beneficial thing for you. And then also somebody asked if Gemma and I trade, and yes, we do.
They're very good traders.
Trading is something that we are passionate about. We will always be so tied closely to, and it will always be something that gives my family the freedom that I desire. The thing for me that I think is so beautiful is that, as Amanda had said, I've tried all the things. I've done all the things. I've been a multi-passionate entrepreneur for several years, probably doing very similar things to her. But it wasn't until trading till we actually found financial freedom. And I was able to retire my husband. And I can say that with full conviction because I know that this is just the foundation. This is just where we're getting started. And we've already seen success here. We've already been able to pass success on to other people. But I've never found anything else where the sky's the limit. And I truly feel like that. You know, when I saw people making money, as Amanda said, money in minutes, it really gave me a vision of what could be for my family. And it actually instilled the hope that I needed through the trials and things that I didn't even know I was going to find myself in on this journey. I'm so grateful for trading because it has walked me through so many hard things in my life. It has walked me through being in the NICU with my daughter. It has walked me through retiring my husband from his full-time career that was weighing him down emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, all the things. It has walked me through being able to have a home in Nebraska and a home in California. It has walked me through so many different things. It has actually taken me and helped me develop myself into my own personal development coach. So not only helping other people, but helping myself first. And I think that that is so powerful. We want you to realize the potential of what you have inside of you and actually give you the power back, give you the opportunity to say, I am a powerful woman and I can change my own life. I don't have to look at anybody else to be my savior in that success. I can be my own success coach. I can be my own the person that helps, you know, that gives me the opportunity to retire my husband if I want that, retire myself. I'm not going to anybody else to achieve that feeling. I get to have it from within. And if it wasn't for trading, if it wasn't for the freedom and the unlimited potential here, I don't know if that would be the case, because I think everywhere I have ever experienced, there's always been a cap. There's been an income cap. There's been a cap as far as how much time I can trade for my money. There has been, if you work harder, this is what you'll see. Actually here, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. The harder I work on my personal development and my mindset, yes, the more successful I will be. But here it's learning a simple system and trusting the simple system in the process. It's as simple as that. And oftentimes I see people come in and want to make it complicated. I did that. I was trying to add all these different systems and things, and it made it so complicated in the process. And then Amanda was like, hey, let's just simplify everything. Let's break it down. Let's just make it so simple. We follow, she's going to teach you today exactly what we have all implemented and found so much success in. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're here and you're like, I am so burnt out from trying all the things, let this be the last thing that you try. Step into it, burn the boats, say, this is it for me. This is where I'm fully, I remember I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying from my experience, I quit my job and I said, I am a full-time day trader. I am stepping into that. When I started seeing success happening in my accounts, when I started being able to understand and implement the system that I wanted to make work for me, that's the thing. I've always made trading work for me and my family. And I think that that's something so beautiful for what we have here at Forex for Women, is that you get to make this be what you want it to be. We don't have to, because you can go from, working for an employee to getting on the charts and trading your time still for money all day long. Like we started doing that, right? We were scalping in the beginning and we were on the charts for hours and hours and hours a day. And the thing that we learned through the process is the more passive that you make it, the more successful you can be. And the more you can actually focus on the things that are important in your life. Let me know what's important to you in the chat. Let me know what's important to you. What are your priorities in life? Is it your family? Is it your ability to work out anytime that you want? Is it freedom of time, being able to just, book a trip and go on it without having to ask a boss? Your goats and travel. I love that so much. Some people have, like, everybody has a different passion, right? And knowing your why and knowing your passion is huge. And so just remembering, I'm here not to trade my job for another job. I'm here to continue to step into the freedom of what this can actually give to me. So a little bit, Amanda had already said a little bit about what I do here as far as supporting women through the process, through that journey, through books that we go through personal development. We even have a beautiful Bible study section of the personal development if your desire is for that. But what's really, really cool is that our community gets an opportunity to come together every week and to actually vocalize and discuss together things that are going on. So I give you a platform to be able to actually talk to one another, to learn from one another, to grow together in community. And I'm very, very grateful to be able to do that. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to share with you. I'm going to pass it over to Gemma. I want you guys to brace yourself, okay? Because this woman is a powerhouse. She is going to come in and help you from the moment she opens her mouth. She is going to help you break off those limiting beliefs that want to hold you back. She will not, she's stronger than your limiting beliefs, believe that or not. She has helped me step into so much success in my own life. And I'm just really excited for you to hear from her today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. I will keep my portion short, okay, because I know you guys are dying to hop into these charts and fully grasp what we are talking about today. My name's Gemma. My accent sounds funny because I'm tuning in all the way from New Zealand. But like a lot of you, I see there's a common theme being dropped inside of this chat. So I know for a fact you're on the right call, right? I think we can all sit here and when you look at the three of us, don't look like your typical day traders, right? I feel like this financial space is not really embraced for women. And even though we have a men's sector and a women's sector, they are separated into different communities because we genuinely, like, this is our passion project to be able to allow women to feel seen and heard. Okay, this is a space where no question's a dumb question. You get to come in and feel supported and literally be able to step in to that confident version of yourself that gets to have it all, right? Like all of us said, the beginning of our journey, it was either or. It was either I'm a stay-at-home mum and have no money or live on one income, or I'm a corporate mum and I have to put my kids in care. And how does that work? How does it feel in our heart space to have to choose? Like, that's a really sucky situation to be put in as a woman, to have to make those choices. And sometimes it's not even a choice, right? Sometimes we don't even get a choice whether which route we go down. Sometimes our situation dictates that, right? And I feel like that was the beginning of my journey to find digital income. I am a hairdresser by trade. I'd done that my whole life, opened a salon, managed salons. And when I had my kids, I had this pull of like, okay, I want to continue down this route of being an entrepreneur and making money. But my heart space was like, this really is so hard to have somebody else watch my kids, and I miss out on all these milestones, right? And my husband at the time was in a job where he was being mentally abused. It was terrible. Like, his mental health took a massive toll. I had young babies. It was a tough situation. But in those moments as women, I really feel like sometimes when we're in that situation of like fight and flight and stresses and all these things, we sometimes step into our masculine energy and go, okay, I'm no longer staying here. Like, I need something else. I'm going to go find it. And as I can see, all of you have tried to find it in those moments. And that's when the three of us connected. Amanda, Jen, and myself, we jumped in. We had no idea what day trading was. And at first I wanted to run, and I was like, no way am I ever going to understand this. I'm a physical. I work with people and I talk. I'm not used to being on a computer screen, let alone even looking at a chart. I was freaked out the first time I saw a chart. And I was like, how on earth am I going to do this? Like, if anybody should not be able to do it, it should be me. Okay. But like the girl said, the moment you get exposed to understanding how to make your money make more money, right? Who's read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Drop yes or no in the chat. I remember I had just built my own salon, dropped all my life savings into my little tiny salon, right? And I started reading that book. And I went home to my husband and I was like, oh no, we've built a liability, not an asset. What have I done? I've done all the wrong things. How does the average person who's never gone and gotten a degree or understand the financial sector, how does the average person understand how to leverage, compound, and make their money do the hard work? I've always heard this. I don't know how to make my money work for me. I've always worked for money. I've always traded my time for money. How can I actually make my money do the heavy lifting so I don't have to? Right? And so it wasn't until I came into the space of trading, boom, light bulb moment. I saw it live in action where doing the same thing every day didn't produce the same income. And I was like, oh, this is how we leverage. Oh, this is how we compound. Okay, I kind of start to understand this. And like Amanda and Jen said, the moment you get taken out of your little fishbowl and you get chucked in a pond, now you grow to the size of that pond, right? Like, I feel like, and this is not to speak negatively about employment, we all were employees and need it, right? Society needs it. But I feel like it's the fishbowl. You're trapped, right? I have, even having owned my own salon, was capped at an income. Unless I paid more staff, unless I did more work, and that's the only way my income could grow in that space, right? Fishbowl mentality. Got chucked into trading. Whoa, an entire pond. Now I'm this tiny fish in a pond with uncapped potential. The moment you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like Pandora box has been opened. You can never close that up, because like they say, the moment you see money fluctuating in minutes, the moment you realize you are your biggest obstacle, it's so empowering, because we can all change our inner beliefs and thoughts. And so as we went through this journey, like Amanda, Jen, and myself, 5 years, 5 years, literally thousands of hours in these charts, so you don't have to. You starting off today is literally giving you 5 years worth of experience, 5 years worth of perfecting simplicity. And this is me saying it with so much passion, because We did the hard work so you don't have to. Because for a lot of you, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but there's thousands of ways to enter into these markets. There are so many ways that you can learn how to do this. I'm sure some of you have seen it, maybe you haven't, but there's so many ways to do this. And we found a way that aligns with men too, but mostly women, right? Like everything is interconnected as a woman. Our children, our finances, our marriages, our everything intertwined. So it's like this woven weave of everything being interconnected. So we needed a way that we weren't like trading our time for money in terms of sitting in a dark room with 6 monitors, spending 8 to 10 hours a day on the charts. Because that is a reality for some people in these markets. And also going, how do we make this as unemotional as possible? How do we make this as passive as possible? And through this pursuit, through us doing this, having each other, I know for a fact, each and every single one of us, Jen, Amanda, and myself would not be here if we didn't have each other. So when we saw the success, when we were able to really step into that and we're like, okay, every woman at least deserves the opportunity to come and see what this is about. We were like, what were the things that made us successful? And it was community, and it was simplicity, and it was mindset. Because a lot of people come into the space as an employee, and you need the opposite mentality to be successful. And so that is why mindset and personal development is massive here, because what you have right now needs to be altered. The beliefs you hold right now need to change. Your mindset around money needs to be reprogrammed, because so many of us are walking around with limiting beliefs we didn't even plant in there. It's so buried deep in your subconscious that you go to try and make money and you sabotage yourself from your own success through traumas being passed down from generations. And so these are all things you don't even understand or realize is a negative cycle loop you've had in your life. So I'm here to reprogram you. I'm here to get you to believe in yourself again. And I'm here to get you to wake up and realize you get to have it all. So Amanda's going to show you the system that's going to give you the possibility to create that. And Jen and myself are here to back you, to get you to follow through. Because it's one thing to say, yes, I'm ready to learn a skill set, and it's another to follow through. It's another to get up when you're feeling down. It's another to get you to continue even when you feel like giving up, and for you to truly wake up to your potential, because I know you're here for a reason, and that part of you wants to come out, like you feel it, but it's always being suppressed by, I don't know if I can. All our limiting beliefs keep us trapped in average. And so I'm here to stop you from settling for average and get you to truly step into who you've always meant to be. Because, sorry, I'm going to finish with this. I don't want this to turn into a mindset call, but you're going to see here 10 minutes a day is all you're going to need in these charts. Our goal here is not to turn you into the best guru day trader in the world. No, we're here to give you time back so you can truly do the things you love. Because day trading is not going to be all end all for you. It's a vehicle to get you to potentially have your time freedom back so you can pursue your passions and your dreams and do the things like you commented in your why. Go and travel, spend time with your family, give back, start, nonprofits, whatever it looks like for you. Those are our passion projects that we never get to explore due to the lack of time. So I'm going to hand it over to Amanda now. She's going to show you our beautiful, unique, simple system. Keep asking those questions. And I'm so pumped and excited for you to have your mind blown today, like I did the first time I saw these charts and the possibilities in this space.
Wow, you guys put some love in the chat for that motivational speech. What did I tell you? Isn't she amazing? How many of you guys are so fired up and ready to learn a new skill? I am so excited. Thank you, Gemma. I think we all needed to hear that. That was amazing.
You know me.
You
I
are
go off on a
amazing.
tangent. I'm like, I gotta draw the line. Turning into a mindset call.
I love it.
Save that for later this week.
I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I actually am going to share my screen and we're going to talk a little bit about what day trading is. And I saw some of you guys saying, asking all these questions. First, I saw something about being afraid that you're going to lose all your money. I'm going to help you release that fear in the next 30 minutes. And I saw some people asking, well, how do we even learn? How much is it? All of that. So let's cover some of those topics now, and then we're going to dive into the charts. So our membership is $35 a month. Okay. We are not hiding any sort of crazy fees or anything like that from you. You can come in for $35 a month, learn this skill, and take it to as far as you want to take it. Okay. So I'm going to post the link right now in the chat. If you're a man, sign up for the men's division. If you're a woman, sign up for the women's division. Again, we do keep everybody separate. Women learn different than men. Women have different conversations than men. And so we want to make sure everybody gets to where they need to go. Okay. Second thing is, I want you to type something in the chat that I make every single person promise me. I want you to type, I promise, in the chat that you will not freak out when I show you my chart, because much like Gemma, when I first started, when somebody showed me a chart for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, I was right. I can't do this. What are all those numbers and lines and crazy symbols and things that I'm seeing on this chart? I can't do it. I'm so scared. It literally made me freak out, right? And so I want you to know that I have claimed the title, the Queen of Simplicity, where I have taken something that people have overcomplicated for so many years and created the most simple system that my 12-year-old right now is making money utilizing in the charts. Okay. My 12-year-old daughter is in profit in her broker account using the system that I teach you and thousands of other women in this community. So if she can do it, you can. I promise. Okay. And thank you for all typing I promise. I see 100 I promises in the chat. So I will share my screen with you and we're going to talk about these charts and we're going to talk about what trading even is.
Do you want to drop the link, Amanda, for them to sign up? I don't think you ended up pushing enter for it.
Oh, didn't I?
Oh no, you did. Sorry. I just didn't. Okay.
I just dropped it again. We'll have it for you throughout.
Yeah, we'll keep dropping it for you guys. Okay, so here is my chart. Okay, so it looks like Christmas. We like to have the Christmas colors on it. We're getting to the season. We're in the holiday spirit. No, your charts will also be red and green. I'm not sure why they choose that color. I guess red for sell, green for buy. So what you're looking at is a foreign exchange trading chart. Okay, you can get to this chart very easily if you write down. This is a software that I'm just going to show you to go to, tradingview.com. So write that down in your notes, tradingview.com. They have a free version. My daughter uses the free version right now. The only thing I don't like about it is that a lot of ads pop up while you're on your charts, which can be kind of frustrating. So if you are somebody who's like, I know I'm going to take this seriously, I know I want to learn this and give it my all, the base package is $14.95 a month, and that's all you'll ever need. You don't need to pay for any of the higher ones. And again, we are not affiliated with TradingView. We don't make any money off of your membership with TradingView. We don't make any money off of your trades. We are not connected to anything with regards to your trading at all. We are strictly here to teach you how to compound your money and trade. That is it. Okay. So I just want to make sure you guys all understand that we're not going to be trading for you. We're not going to be calling out trades for you. Your trading is your own special thing that is not connected with us at all. Okay. And so what you're going to be trading, so you can go to tradingview.com. It's right here on my screen, tradingview.com. You can't see my screen. At the very top right of Zoom, you should be able to click a button that says to look at my screen or something like that. So
there's a little tab. There's a little tab at the top that says meeting, and then right next to it, it says Amanda's screen. So just click on that and you'll be able to see her screen.
Yeah. Thank you. So many of you guys are probably familiar with stock trading, which is where a lot of, I think, fear comes from when it comes to hearing that word day trading or trading. And the reason why is because a lot of us had maybe aunts, uncles, or grandparents who invested in the stock market 20 years ago, before we had the internet. And you've probably heard horror stories of your aunt or uncle or somebody who invested a ton of money and then lost a ton of money in the stock market. And so I want to just clarify very seriously here for you that we're not trading stocks. Okay. We're leverage trading foreign exchange. Okay. So you can literally write that down and go Google it. Leverage trading foreign. You could type Forex, that'll come up, or foreign. If I could type exchange. Okay. We are leverage trading foreign exchange. So what that means is we are not investing in anything and hoping that it appreciates over time, because that's what you do when you invest in stocks, right? You need like 25 grand in capital. You are looking to buy when something's cheap and then invest in it and hope that that company appreciates over time. You really don't know if it's going to. That's kind of like hoping and praying and wishing that that your money is just going to magically compound for you. What we're doing here in the foreign exchange leverage trading industry is we are simply flowing with what the market is doing, okay? And we're trading currencies, okay? So much like if I was to go to a different country and exchange maybe my US dollar for the euro, at any given moment, there is an exchange rate, right? And so one is worth more or valued higher than the other currency, correct? So what we're seeing on this chart, this one is the Great British Pound versus the US dollar. And what you're seeing fluctuating is the exchange rate, okay? And what's happening is there are trillions of dollars every day flowing through these markets. In fact, your bank is actually pushing your money through these markets, and they are compounding their profits using your money. Did you guys know that? By the way, I literally had no clue. When I first started trading, I was like, what? My $35 is not just sitting there safe in my savings account? Like, you're telling me that my money is being flushed through these markets and I didn't even know it, and you're trying to give me back 0.01% at the end of the year because you're saying thanks for letting us use your money? I was shocked. I did not know. Maybe I'm naive, but I had no clue. All the banks, institutions, anybody who has lots of money, they're flushing their money through these markets because they are such fluid markets, okay? And so I was like, well, if my bank can do it, then I should be able to do it, right? And so our goal is not like when you're trading stocks where you just hope that something appreciates over time. Our goal is to simply flow with whatever direction the market's moving in. And the really cool thing when you're leverage trading is that you make money in both directions. Okay, so how many of you guys are surprised by that? I've had a lot of people ask me, well, the market's not doing so great. You know, the stocks are going down. Well, that's great because we can make money when the market goes down and we can make money when the market moves up. And our only goal is to identify what direction is it moving in, and then we're going to flow with that market. Okay, so how many of you guys want to learn a very easy way to trade right now? Type yes in the chat. Okay. Amazing, because this is exactly what I teach every single week. This is exactly what you're going to learn in our membership, okay? So when you join Forex for Women, you are first going to be taken to our starter course, okay? So in our classroom area, we have this beautiful little box here called starter course under classroom, okay? And you're going to come and learn how to set up your chart that I just had you download to look exactly like mine here, okay? You're also going to learn how to set up a broker account. You're going to learn how to, you're going to learn our strategy for how to get in and out of the market. You're going to learn how to set up a trade opportunity, how to actually enter that trade opportunity, all for $35 a month, okay? And within this starter course, it will take you about an hour to complete. Actually, I've added a few videos here, so let's give it 2 hours to complete, okay? So within about 2 hours of you starting our membership and going through the starter course, you will be able to go and actually place trades in your trading account, okay? How many of you guys are excited by that? 2 hours of time spent, and oh my gosh, I can already place trade opportunities. It's pretty huge, okay? And so what I'm going to teach you is this. Our goal is not to predict the market or beat the market or outsmart the market or be smarter than the other investors. We don't really care what the other investors are doing, okay? Our goal is to flow with the market. So I'm going to have you add this gold line to your chart. This is called a moving average, okay? You're going to learn all of this. And you're going to use this gold line to help you identify what direction the market is moving in. And these little red and green Christmas bars here are called candles. And all they're doing is printing out what price is doing. So it's almost just like a visual representation of what the price has been doing, okay? The market's moving up, the market's moving down, the market's moving up and down and up, and then back down again. And these red and green bars, these candles are simply just showing us a visual of where that market has gone, okay? And then what it's currently doing. So the way I like to trade is to keep things incredibly simple. And the really, really cool thing is just following our system and repeating the same thing every single day for 10 minutes a day, you will be able to compound your money. And we're going to talk about compounding in just a minute, okay? But let's show you how simple it is to actually trade. When the candles are below my gold line, then I'm moving down. Then the trend is down and I will be selling with the market. Okay, so remember, my goal isn't trying to predict when the market's going to change. My goal is to flow with the current direction of the market. Okay, and when my candles are up above my gold line, then I'm going to be looking to buy the market, to trend with it. My goal is always to be in alignment with what the market is doing. If I get into a sell when the market starts selling below my gold line, the further this continues to sell, the more and more money I make. If I get into a buy when the market starts to buy above my gold line, and we both agree that the market's buying, the further up this market goes in a buy, the more and more money I make, okay? And so really quickly here, somebody tell me, should I be, with this market right here, should I be buying in the market or selling in the market? Just put it in the chat. I bet you already know. With one quick glance, you'll probably already know. Yes, I should be buying with the market. Now, with our trainings, we will show you exactly where to enter into that market, because there is a specific thing that you're going to be looking for to help you identify when to set an order. But the really cool thing is, it's going to take you less than 10 minutes every single day at the same time every day to click through all of your different currencies here and identify whether you should get into the market or not. You're going to set up what we call a pending order. So it's something that you'll set up now that will be kind of triggered in the future. And then you just let it go. You let it do its thing. Okay. And the really cool thing is, how many of you guys are kind of afraid of risk? How many of you guys are so afraid to get started on this because you just don't have any money to lose? And it's okay to be honest about that, because I was terrified. I was like, if I lose the $35 that's in my savings account right now, like I will be devastated. Okay. And we don't like risk. Exactly. So back when we used to trade stocks, I never traded stocks. Back when people traded stocks, there was not something that they were able to implement, which is what is called a stop loss. And we actually do have those today. Okay. So I want to tell you guys something. Number one, trading carries a level of risk. It really does. Okay. So I'm not going to lie to you and say, come in here and make $1 million and you're never going to lose, because you're going to lose. Okay. In fact, with our system, you're only going to win 42% of your trades. But I'm going to show you in a second how powerful that actually is and how rare that actually is to have a passive trading system that allows you to win 42% of the time. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we minimize risk and how we maximize reward. Okay. So let's say, for example, I set up this trade opportunity. I noticed that the market was above my gold line, and I was going to set up a buy opportunity. This market, when I set up this buy opportunity, I put my entry here, and then I put in place what is called a stop loss. Okay. So what that means is, if this market starts to move up, and then somebody with a lot of money comes in and says, nope, I'm pushing the market down, we have something in place called a stop loss. And let's just say, for example, on this particular trade opportunity, let's say I have in my broker account $100. Okay, let's say that's how much money I'm starting with in my account. You can start with as little or as much as you want to. Okay, let's say you want to start with $100. Actually, let me backtrack first and let you guys know, when you first come into Forex for Women, you're actually going to be starting on a demo account. Okay, so you're going to be practicing with fake money, but in the real markets until you fully grasp and understand what it is that you're doing. So that is one thing that we're able to do to minimize risk, is we're not just throwing you in here and saying, let's just start trading with your money. No, we want you practicing first. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But when you're ready to trade with live money, you're going to start with as little or as much as you want to. And for every trade that you take, you're going to be risking a very small percentage of that capital. So let's say, for example, I have an account with $100, okay? And I'm going to set up this trade opportunity and I want to risk only 1% of my account. So how much am I putting at risk if I set this trade up? 1% of $100 is $1. So if I'm trading in this market and then all of a sudden it decides to turn around and change its mind and actually move in a downtrend instead, my trade will automatically close out when the market hits my stop loss area. I don't have to be on my phone or my computer in order for that to happen. It will happen for me automatically, which what that means is if the market changes its mind, which it can do, which it does fairly often, we don't always know what's going to happen in the market. We cannot predict what happens next. Okay, we will take losses, but we have this thing in place called a stop loss that will protect the rest of our capital and have us losing only $1 if that's what we decided to risk for this trade. Okay, if the market comes up and hits my take profit, which is this area I put here, it's called a TP or a take profit, then my trade will automatically close out with the profit target that I set. Most of the time, our goal is to profit 2 times what we were willing to risk. So if I was going to risk $1 here, my goal take profit would have been to make $2. If I was going to risk $20 here, my goal take profit would have been a $40 take profit. We're always, see where it says risk to reward 2? Our goal is to make 2 times what we were willing to risk. Okay, so how many of you guys feel a little bit better now about risk? You are in control of your risk. You are in control of how much money you put into this. You can start with as little or as much as you want to. Yes, much better. Good, good. The chat says you're all feeling much better about that. Great, that's good. You guys want to talk about the power of compounding now? Because much like Gemma said, I didn't really understand how powerful it was to put my money to work for me. And so what we've gathered, the beautiful thing about this system is that it's the same thing that you do every single day. You can set up as many trades as you want to. Okay. Somebody said, how many can you set up? As many as you want to, as many as there are opportunities available, you can set them. Okay. And when we first started developing this system, I was like, we need a systematic approach to the markets. We need a way to stay unemotional, and we need it to be passive, and we need it to be replicatable, duplicatable by any person who comes in off the streets knowing absolutely nothing about trading so that they can learn to compound their money. And so we have been spending, actually Gemma's husband has been spending a lot of time. What he did is he took our strategy and he created a bot out of it. And so this bot has actually been doing some work in back testing the last 5 years of data. Okay. And it has proven to give us a 42% win rate. So 42% of the time, we are hitting our take profit of 2 times what we were willing to risk, spending less than 10 minutes a day on the charts. What? Yes, incredible. It's right, Rosie. It's incredible. So let's show you what a 42% win rate will give you. I want you guys to look at this compounding calculator, okay? Why don't you guys just throw out a number here? How much do you guys want to start your broker account with? Like, what do you think you might start it with? We can do 100, we could do 500, 5,000, 1,000. Yes, we do not, this is not a bot, by the way, you guys. Somebody said, my friend who used a bot, we lost money. This is not a bot. You're going to be taking your own trades. Okay. What I'm saying is we took our system and created a bot out of it so it could back test a 5 years worth of data, which a human could never spend hours doing. And it calculated all of that data to show us what our profitability factor is here. And so this would literally be 42% profit if you didn't know anything about the markets. You simply just came in, did the exact same steps every single day. Once you learn how to read market condition, which is what I teach when you come and join VIP, you will be able to increase that win rate by a lot. Okay, so that 42% is literally the worst that our system could do. That's just based off of the bot not being a human and taking everything. This is not a bot. You're not going to be utilizing a bot. You will be placing these trades. Okay, just to make sure you guys understand. All right, let's start this with $100 to start, and then I'll show you a couple other scenarios. 42%. And I'll show you a couple other scenarios with money. Okay. So let's just say, for example, you're going to start your account with $100 your first year. So I want you guys to understand something. This is not a get rich quick. Okay. You're not going to come in here tomorrow and become millionaires. This is a 1 to 2, 3 year process for compounding your money. Okay. This is a consistent, successful way to compound your money. And this is not like past results cannot dictate future results. Okay. So what I'm showing you on this compounding plan is not a promise of me saying this is what you will make. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen next in these markets. We can look back at what has happened and go, wow, our system was really highly profitable the last 5 years. It probably, hopefully, will continue to stay profitable over the next 5 years going forward, but we don't know. Okay. We don't know what will happen in these markets. So I cannot guarantee you these numbers that you see here are 100% accurate. Okay. I want you guys to understand that. But this is what the last 5 years would have shown and would have given you. Okay. So we're looking at this as a 2-year plan with Forex for Women. Okay. We want you to come here and not give it 2 months and be like, oh man, I can't do it. This doesn't work. We want you to plan for a 2-year process here. Okay. So we'll start with $100. Let's just say that every month we're also going to add in $100 worth of our own capital because we're committed to compounding our money. Okay. We're committed to growing it. So in 1 year, you would have turned $100 passively into $5,000. Okay. If you started with $100 and each month you added $100. Okay. Now I know nobody's quitting their jobs on $5,000. Remember, I told you this is a multiple year process. Okay. This is only starting with $100. Okay. That's pretty huge. But your second year is where things start to really ramp up. This is where things get really incredible. You are starting your second year with what you grew your first year. You are withdrawing now your second year 20% of the profit that you make, which means you've now grown your capital in your broker account to $50,000 and you've withdrawn $12,000 of your own capital. Okay. You've withdrawn the profits that you've made, $12,000. Okay.
So in
So
that second year, you're no longer adding capital like
Mhm.
you are in that first year. You're actually taking opportunity in that second year for withdrawals, which is really, really cool to think about reaping the rewards of what you planted seeds for in that first year, right? Yeah. Of the whoa.
the whoa is huge. Now let's look at, you guys want to see what 1,000 looks like? Type yes in the chat. Let's just see how it increases, because how much you start with makes a difference. Okay. So if you can figure out how to add capital, let's start with 1,000 and let's add in, how much should we add in of our monthly capital? How much should we contribute to this to help grow it? 100. Somebody said 100. Just leave it at 100. Okay. We'll leave it at 100. So scroll down. In our first year, we've turned $1,000 into 15,000. In our second year, we've turned it into 130,000 that we're going to continue to trade with. and compound for our third year. And then also in our second year, we've actually been able to withdraw almost 33 grand. Okay.
I don't know about you, but when I first saw this, I just want to add to this because this is 10 minutes a day, right? So can we see how here, as we compound, this isn't you having to continue to build upon our system, add more hours in the charts. No, this is actually you doing less. So through you just keeping the same system that Amanda showed, literally like 3 steps into set and forget and then work on yourself, this is passively happening on the side. So can you see how that $100 or that $1,000 you started with is doing the work for you? It's not requiring you to upskill or learn anything new. It's just rinse and repeat. If you can keep it simple, most people try and complicate it. If you can keep it simple, don't change anything. Just rinse and repeat what's here and focus on yourself and focus on you. Then see how powerful that is, leveraging, compounding, starting with whatever you want. And the beautiful thing about this, right? These are situations that we're throwing out to you, but this is your business, right? Your company. You get to decide. I heard someone say, so do you need this much money? No, you choose. Whether you start with 100, whether you start with 1,000, whether you start with 5,000, whether you add no money, whether you add money, this is your company, right? We have nothing to do with your broker accounts, how much you make, what you do, how you compound it, what you choose, how long you do this for. That's beautiful. That's your company. And that's why we made this system be able to be changed. The inputs, the amounts, because you get to choose what that looks like for you. And I think that's the important thing to remember here is how fast or how slow you do this, how much you put in, what you do with that money. You get to make the choices. We give you the education here, and what you do with it is on you, which is so beautiful, right? So you getting to grow that and how you get to do that is the choice you get to make.
Wow, amazing. And that's, you guys think about this too. That 42% win rate, that's based off of you coming in and knowing absolutely nothing and just following the system step by step. Imagine when you start learning from me, learning how to identify when you should get into a trade, when you shouldn't, when you really start to understand what the market's doing. Do you guys want to, like, I won't even, I don't need to even plug in any more numbers, but when you increase that win rate, it increases that even more. So
Uh-huh.
would you recommend a prop firm? Somebody said, no, I wouldn't. I don't think you need one. And we don't endorse any prop firms. And I think you can do this on your own. I really do. I mean, look at what 5 grand gives you. It's
Recommend you become your own prop firm.
yes, we do. 56,000 from 5 grand, 56,000 is what your first year turns into. And then your second year, you've withdrawn 118,000 to live on, and your capital to continue to use and trade with and compound is 468,000. You can be your own prop firm. We don't need to hire other people's money or live by their rules. We just get to trade, set the trades, check the market 1 time per day. If there's a trade available, set the trade, go live your life, hang out with your kids, go for a hike. Taxes, Angie, somebody, she's asking, what about taxes? Yeah, you're going to pay taxes. That's pretty normal on any income that you bring into your household.
But we're not tax advisors, and so
we are not tax advisors. So
we also have a worldwide community, you guys. If we were to talk about answer every single question about taxes, it would have to be like a worldwide understanding of what that looks like. So please talk.
A little mindset shift on taxes. I want to talk about this for a second because a lot of people stop themselves from producing more money because they're afraid to pay taxes. If I paid 50% of this profit to taxes, don't I still have $25,000 more than I would have if I didn't start this? It
Yes.
doesn't make sense to not do it. You know what I mean? Even if I paid $50,000, I still have 25 grand more than when I started. So
And there's a lot of tax benefits to having a company, right? So just know the beautiful thing is your tax specialist, because legally we're not accountants. We can't give you guys tax advice, right? Like we're not educated in that department anyway. But when you find somebody who is, that person should be able to help you understand the whole landscape on what you get to claim, what your taxes are, how you should do it, etc. Okay, so like we
But
said,
back to what Amanda was saying, don't let that be a limitation that stops you from pursuing something that could give you financial freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So somebody said, don't we need a minimum of 25K for day traders? If you're trading stocks, I believe that that is a rule. When you are leverage trading foreign exchange, you can literally start an account with less than $100. So no, there are no minimum requirements for when you start an account. Okay.
There was a lady who was excited to share that I think she said she started with $25 and she had already doubled her account. So that was exciting, right?
yeah,
So good.
wow,
Yep.
so
And then that compound
powerful.
sheet, it will be released soon. I saw somebody who is in our VIP asking about this, and we are fine tuning it. It is so close to release. We're all so excited to give it to you guys, but it's coming soon.
How many of you guys are going to get signed up for our VIP? Now, just so you guys are aware, if you do purchase the year, you do get a month free. Knowing that this is a 2-year process, that might be the smart thing to do. It's totally up to you. As we learn more about our systems and the market, we're constantly updating and making sure that profitability is continuing. So it is smart to stay with us as long as possible, but it's totally up to you. Yay, look at all those yeses. Amazing. I'm already
We can't wait to
Naomi
see
says
you
I am
all.
staying. So good. Awesome. And tomorrow you sign up,
Also,
you get to join our live call tomorrow. So I do a live training every single Tuesday where we dive in deep to our strategy and our systems, and you'll be able to join us live first thing tomorrow.
we're going to hop off here very soon, but I saw Gina said, what are the benefits of the monthly membership after you know the system? Can we talk about mindset? And can we talk about the up leveling? And can we talk about how you need to increase your capacity to withhold the money that is coming to you through your mindset? And you cannot do that with where you start. And you can't even do that as on your own. As you continue to grow, you need somebody to continue to help you in that process. Of course, we want to encourage you to do this on your own. We want to empower you to do that. But you'll ask so many of our members who are actually on this call, and they're like, I came to learn the skill and I stayed because of the mindset and the personal development, right? So that's why.
And it's hard to understand what's inside of this membership because I think a lot of people see the $35 price point and in their heads value it lower than what it is. Remember what we said at the beginning of the call, this is our passion project. We've spent thousands learning this skill set and the education that's provided is massive. I mean, we haven't even spoken about the Sunday broadcasts that we do where we walk through the upcoming trades every single week to get you prepared for the week ahead. You'll see it's hard to understand. Once you're in, you'll be like, oh, okay, wow. It's hard to actually understand what you get until you're in it, right? The beautiful thing is you can, within the first month, know the system, go out on your own, never need anybody's help ever again. If you're a very independent person and want that, amazing. That opportunity is there for you. Like Amanda said, within 2 hours, you'll be able to place your first trade. For those people who are like, I'm locked in for life, like when we caught this vision, we knew we were in this to win it, right? We're like, we will do whatever it takes. And I see the women in our community that did that. They're in month 1 and they're like, wow, I'm in this for life because you know what? Yes, we're here to teach you financial freedom, but we're here to do so much more than that. We're here so that when you reach your goals, you are the happiest, confident, most empowered version of yourself. So I promise you, come in for a month. You will know within that first week whether trading is for you or not. And if it's not, no hard feelings. We let you guys leave. And I know even that you'll leave an empowered version of yourself. And then for the rest of you that come in, you catch the vision. Like I see that light bulb moment go off for you, and I see you in our community, and I see you changing your life literally within the first hours of joining. And I see the growth you've had in the last, like we've only been up just over a year. And the impact we've made on these women's lives are insane. Tomorrow, we have a testimony from a woman who came in with the most heartbreaking journey really prior to Forex for Women, how she started an account with $100 and is now living off her trading income and has so drastically changed her life. So if you want a bit of motivation, if you want to see what someone's taken from nothing and in under a year completely changed her life from just plugging into a $35 membership, if you're not ready to sign up, you need to be on that call. And even if you have signed up today, you need to be on that call because it's going to help you find some motivation within you and remove any excuses you may be holding on to, because it's your excuses that are keeping you capped. So get in there, get signed up, spend a month with me, and I promise you, I will get you so motivated and ready to live a different life and be on that call. Because you know what? Other women empower women, okay? Women empower women. Like, we literally have our underlining current in this community is women empowerment. I don't know if you felt it today here, but in this space, there's no competition. I literally want each and every single one of you to surpass me in income. This is what we breed here. This community may be full of women, but we are all about women empowering other women, and that is not common. And so just to have a community of women who have your back and genuinely want to see you successful, that is worth the $35 alone, let alone the insane amount of value that's already sitting in the back end for you. Remember, all of our calls are recorded, so you're going to jump in to a year's worth of mindset call, a year's worth of book club calls, like so much value in the charts that Amanda goes through live. That's already sitting there waiting for you to go through. So don't let fear stop you. Come in and spend time with us. Give yourself the gift this year of investing in you and your beliefs, right? I genuinely feel like sometimes that's what you need. You just need a little bit of motivation, even regardless of the trading stacked on that. Awesome.
Oh, good, Gemma. She gave you some mindset today. Oh, thank you everybody for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you on all of our future calls, and reach out. We're going to repost this in our free school community. So you'll be able to, if you have any questions that weren't answered, drop them in the chat there and we will do our best to answer them for you. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Awesome. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.